Okay, so the idea I have for this, I guess, I don't know. I guess is I going to put these whales here because I want to try to make something to sell, like display stuff, like poster stuff that I can sell on that website or something like that. Oh, so the idea is okay. Put some kind of whales here, or some kind of the whales that you saw. Try to merge in this picture and put something on the background, like a moon or the sun or planet or anything like that. So before I start, let me see if I'm recording because I always start to doing this kind of things. I never record for YouTube, and after this I have to download on the. Anyway, and let's take the first wheel. I guess we're gonna take this one. And we actually could use the pen tool, but I want to see if I can have some of the details of the water splash with the selective mask. Selected mask, sorry. Something like that. Let's delete something like that. Over here. Okay. I guess I'm going to use this one to make the edges of the wheel a little bit more soft, like all of this. So it's not harsh, and try to like capture a little bit of the yeah, that one, the water drops, something like that, and maybe this here. Yep. Let's see. I don't know. I'm learning too, so actually it's not bad at all. Like this one, of course, we need to fix it, of course, but overall it's not bad, you know. Okay, so we have this one. Maybe I want, like, I don't know if I have this one too, because we can see the shape of this one. This one I'm not sure about it. Because it has a lot of details that I want to capture, but I don't think so Photoshop will be, oh, well, my Photoshop will be available to capture all the water drops and everything. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna use this one. I'm going to use this one actually, maybe. Yep. And this one is pretty straightforward. Just gonna take this tool here, the W, and just go ahead. You know, I was thinking to how to improve the tutorials and all of this. I'm thinking about it. I'm not ready to make it like good tutorials. Plus, I actually like the style of try to figure out everything on the spot somehow. I know it's a bad thing to do. That you should have everything like a little bit planned at least. Yeah, it could be, like somewhere over there, or like, yeah. Uh, so I like, yeah, like for example, when I have struggles with some pictures or something like that is the process of any kind of creative project. Let's say So I really like to show that kind of things, because not always is perfect and the perfect cut, and after this you do this, and ta-da, and you have the entire picture done in 20 minutes. It is not my case. And I see like for example, what? Benny Products, something like that. Like the guy is really good doing Photoshop, really, really good. Um, and I like his style of editing. Like for example, the videos, like the Photoshop tutorials that he does. Uh, I don't think so that I need to like tell you who he is, because he's pretty good doing this kind of thing. So I guess he make his name already. But his style is pretty nice, like the way he edits and explains the stuff, and it's pretty same, like pretty rough, like it's not always just perfection, and he said like this is shit, and I don't know if this is gonna work, and all of this, and that things I really like, because that's the truth, you I will say maybe what 80%, no, 60% of the time you know what you're doing. The rest you are just trying to guess and and see what is working for you in the picture. So because as well, one of my lectures told me the same, like when he was a professional, like he was a professional photographer and all of those things. And he told me like most of the time when he go to a photo shoot, because like like he doesn't know what he was gonna do in the beginning until he was in front of the model. That's something. But it's true, it's more like trying to go with the flow. Maybe that works for you, maybe not. Um, okay, I need to clean. Maybe it's better for you to have a previous idea before you do stuff. It's up to you. It's like um, if you have the tools, why don't you use it? As simple as that. I don't think so. This brush is gonna justify a good work for this. I guess I have a cloud. Dust clouds, yeah. Maybe it's gonna look a little bit more organic with some shapes like this on the bottom, something like that. You see? Need to remove all of this a little bit, just a bit here. Plus, as well, if you are not like really sure of what you're doing and you just play around with the things that you have, you start to understand really the tools that you have, and have sort of an idea of how to do that kind of things that you have in mind. For example, I want to put this cloud behind, and I'm painting on the picture good instead of the masking layer. I want this guy to be behind this cloud. Good, something like that for now. Um, what else? Well, I want to maybe the exposure a little bit low, just on the wheel, just a bit. No, this one is fine like this. Something like that, and now in its. I really don't like to use color balance, but let's see if it works. You can. It can have a little bit of this, a little bit of bluish as well. The shadows, a little bit more of bluish, I guess. greenish, and the highlights a little bit more of reddish. Something like that, maybe. I don't know, maybe too blue. And the shadows. Highlights, nope. Midtones. Nope. It can work, you know. Now, what I'm thinking of is maybe making sort of, because you see like the highlight, like the light is coming from here, right? Like, let me grab up, this one, and let me grab something like this color, and the light is coming from this side, right? So in theory, if the light is coming from, like, nope, a little bit higher, somewhere on here, right? This area and the flint, it's called, it should be darker, a little bit more darker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this guy and right contrast, maybe make it really dark, and I'm going just to paint over with black these top areas here. We're gonna write way more, maybe just a little bit of the fin. Yep. Oh, I need to clean up all of this as well. I don't even see these parts. Maybe with the heart one. So it could be something like this, but from the background I don't have idea of what to do. So I was thinking to make like a planet, you know, like something like, could be like a planet or something like that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if a planet here is gonna look nice, because it's gonna take way too much of the attention on this. Now for this one, I guess this one is, yeah, this one is the tail. I guess we are going to make it just way darker than what it should be. And a bit smaller. I'm just trying to think on the composition. What it can be good. Whoa. This one should have a shadow, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. Perspective. Let's put it like this. Let's move it like here. Let's put it like this. A little bit bigger. Something like that. Now let's make it a little bit smaller. Here. Now Gaussian blur. Something like this. Let's put a level one here to make it all the way black. Now let's change to luminosity maybe. No, soft light works. Just a bit lower, and I'm just going to paint the top areas of the shadow. And here it needs to be just a bit. Up. Okay. This one is okay. Now this one. This one. This it could be all the way there. Let's make it dark. Yeah. I don't know. And let's merge it a little bit here. This one needs to be full clean here. Maybe I want to, but okay, I know how. Okay, I'm gonna take some color like this and I just paint it a little bit above. That's it, like a kind of a haste. I guess I'm going to make as well a Gaussian blur deepen on him. Okay. So if the light comes from inits, it of course inits a lot. Maybe like this. Inner touch. This is a color fill, a solid color. If you're asking, if you're wondering what I'm using for the highlights, I'm using a solid color. And as of brush, maybe something like a little bit strong because I want to make the highlights. Now I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to paint on white. All of this, pretty rough, I don't care for now. Okay, now with the black brush, I'm just going to clean up a little bit of all of this to make it a bit more, just to make it pop up a little bit more, because if you make a shadow behind of what you have done, it gives a three-dimensionality of what you have done. And it gives more richness to the bright areas, like for example here, that is just the faint. Here you see, here I just can take all of this a little bit up. Now lower it a little bit down because this one is a little bit far away from this. And with that we have just, you see, a small shadow, a small highlight. Then I'm going to do the same with this one. So white, a lot percent. I'm going with control, and click to select the layer, and I'm just going to pass around here. That's it. Now I'm just going to paint all of this back. So we have a thinner layer, and we have a little bit of three-dimensionality to this. We add a little bit. It's just a bit, that is fine. With this one is fine. Later we are going to do the bright areas, so it's fine. This one doesn't need because it's pretty far away. Now for the bright areas, because look at this. If we have this one and we have this one, we need to make another one here. Now I would like to take this one and put it a little bit here. Yep. Just I need to give it a little bit here. Nice. Ahora ahora lo que vamos a hacer. Now we're gonna talk in Spanish the entire tutorial. Okay. I guess we are going to make a little bit more of highlights, just on a wider color, yeah, like something like that. Do you like? It looks nice. I'm gonna call you Crystal because it's the only thing that I can see from my phone. I'm really blind, so and I don't have another monitor, so I'm just checking the streaming on my phone. So I'm gonna call you Crystal. I'm going to make liner dodge and change. So I'm going to make a bigger highlight on the wheel. Yeah, this one. You see? Here you can see what we have done with the highlight. But I just want to make a stronger highlight. And all of this guy. But it's just a bit, you know, it's just like the parts that it goes like really close to the edge. You see, like that areas. No, it's fine. The idea is like you can understand, and like if someone asks me in Spanish, I can answer in Spanish as well. But I'm doing all of this in English because I have a YouTube channel that I upload all of this thing on English, like, as a tutorial. Because as you see, like I'm not really clear of what I'm doing or really specified of what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make understand you, like make you understand what is the idea of the tool, more that use this for this, you know, like that is not what I want to do with, like if at any point I start to teach this kind of things, like for real, that I actually want to teach this one like on a university or something like that, that would be really nice. I will be more technical, of course, but I rather teach the people for what kind of things you can use this rather than if you do these presets and you do that, you have this picture, and that's bullshit, you know. That's like TikTok stuff that I'm not against at all. I actually have a TikTok and everything, but if you see some TikToks that is like especially in photography, like if you put these presets, you're gonna have these results in these pictures, and it's not like this. It really depends on the picture, on the conditions, what kind of camera do you use for that kind of pictures. Um, so it's like a lot of stuff that doesn't really help you. Just like give you a rough idea of how it looks like that picture with that settings. Instead, I rather like, okay, if you take this brush, you can do like this. You can paint over this, but as well you can make highlights if you know how to use the paint. You know, like if you know how to use the solid color, you can with just the brush you can make these kind of highlights, and you don't need to, invest on a course of anything like this or go to university to someone tell you like, because that happened to me, you know. Because that's really frustrated. Like I went to the university and I studied photography, and I just got one semester on Photoshop. Can you believe that shit? And on that semester, I learned how to use Camera Raw for that kind of specific pictures, you know. So in the end, I never use the things that my lecturers always told me to use, because I felt like they should. I fuck it up. They should be better ways to do this kind of things. Well, at least to understand, because that's the other thing, you know. Like I'm dyslexic, so it's kind of complicated for me to learn new stuff. And more than visually, I like to try and error, you know. And I learned the things, you know, like all of this that I'm trying to teach uh, is something that I learned just by myself. All of this is just I did really horrible things in the beginning, and now I'm start to understand Photoshop a little bit. And if I can cut the part where you don't understand shit and you start to make your own stuff, even though if it's not good, but you start to understand what you're doing, that's good enough for me. Like that is good, because you are going to improve more than if I tell you to use the bucket to paint this area, so you're gonna have this area more exposed and it's gonna have like a sun effect. And try it. Just try it, and if you see me try it and I fuck it up, that's photography and that's the art and everything. So you don't do it, or do it if you like. It's really up to you. Okay, I'm talking too much. um I was thinking, I don't know what you think, what you people think, what if this could be work. This, you know, this is a Discord. Yeah, I know. I should have a Discord. I want to integrate these things. What do you think? This is really easy because it's a black background. You just change the mode to screen, and ta-da! You just have it here. Yay! You just need to delete this part here with a masking layer, and here on top. And you have this one. If you want, you can put the source light from here, I guess, somehow. And this one goes a little bit up. The source light is not. It shouldn't be there. It should be in the other side. It should be here. But now it's too much. So I don't know which one is better, the sun or the moons. This one it can be bright, you know, like this one can as well have like be a light source. We call it right. So I don't know. Give me a second because. Because I like actually how the moon looks like, but uh, but the sun as well. I guess it give more. It give you like more the mood, you know, like I guess the sun is better, and that's weird for me. Oh well, no, not with these ones. We can use this one. We can use something like this. Uh, yeah. With this circle, you can change the angle of the pencil. You see, of the pen. Sorry, well, the brush or whatever. You see, so with right click, you're gonna have this panel, and just you drag with the in this arrow. You just drag it around, and in this dot is the perspective. Yeah, it gives me exactly. So I guess I'm going to use something like that. It could it can give more of that kind of gloomy effect, like glossy effect. But anyway, I'm going to do it like the a little bit of the gloomy effect. So I like it, but I don't like the color of this. Maybe a little bit more pinkish. This pinkish. This pinkish or more orangey. Like not that orangey. Not that yellowish. Mm-hmm. This one is more reddish, orangey, like a little bit more from down, from here. It could be, it could be, it could be. Boom, 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 boom. Hmm, I like it. So let's change this one to BB light. It could be. Actually, it is really nice. Maybe just the feel just a little bit less, so it's just faded a little bit. And on top of this, I guess I'm going to make kind of like a lens flare, you know. All of these brushes you can find it on internet. Literally, you just type uh, sunlight brush and it's gonna appear something like this. So no problem with that. You see, I want that this kind of flare, these kind of things. You see, these ones. But in this, it doesn't look nice. So I need maybe. Nope. Oh, maybe this one. Maybe. Just look at this. Maybe a little bit more. Something like that. Let's change the angle. Let's try to find something that it works nice. Let's change. This one I like it, you know. This one is not bad at all. Man, my English is really rusty, you know. It's really rusty. That's why this is another reason that why I'm doing all of this in English. I really need to improve my English, and here in Colombia it's really rare that you can find something in English. It's really rare. Let's put it overlaid. This one is nice. Maybe just a little bit bigger. And same with the field. Let's put it down a little bit. I like it, you know. I like how it looks like so far. But I need where's this one? Yeah, this one. I need to clean up a little bit here. And this is the things that I like, you know, like I came here with the idea of just put something on the clouds, and suddenly we have this one. And this one, actually, you can sell these kind of things on internet, on display, and these things. It's not, you don't earn that much, like you earn like around $3, $5 per picture, but it's money, you know. And anything that is good for the pocket is the money. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to do a dodge and burn. Let me see if this is a recording. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do a dodge and burn. So I'm going to take a new layer here, where did it say layers, new layer, overlaid, field, and here I'm going to put gray, and I'm going to put this above everything. Yeah, this one is just for a black and white brush, because I'm just going to paint a little bit more the clouds, a little bit more of shadow, sorry, with the black here. You see, the idea is make the shadows more shadow and the brighter. That's the idea. But you need to be really careful with this one, because if you overdo it, you can have something that is called like chromatic aberrations or something like that. So the opacity, I advise you to be really low, and use paint click by click. For now, I'm going to paint the corners a little bit more. This one too. Like we have something here too. It's basically where I see a little bit of the shadows, I just paint a little bit more of that, and that's it. All of those here. Okay, and with the whites, that is the bright color, or the highlights, it's the same. So you see, just going to paint where I believe the light is hitting the clouds. Plus this gives you, all of these give you a little bit more of three-dimensionality to the entire picture. But you need to be really careful to don't overdo it, because it's really easy to do it, like to overdo it. You see, for example, here is already overdone. sorry. But I'm going to okay, so we have this one, you see? And now just with the fill, just going to put it a little bit down. That's it. Now we have a little bit more of the contrast on this on the entire picture. I can put it a little bit more of here with the brush. Give me the brush. Give me the brush. Here a little bit more of shadow. The opacity a little bit higher. Like it to be like the contact shadow, something like that. Because it should be really dark because all of these areas is close with the with the wheel. Okay, I guess we are done for the entire composition. Sí, los colores están chéveres, sobre todo el rosado y el moradito me gustan de la foto original. Se ve bastante chévere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control Shift Alt E. Again, Control Shift Alt E to make a copy of everything above without destroying everything. And on the top one, I'm just going to make a Gaussian blur. Pretty strong actually. I want something like that, maybe something like this. Let me see if we can have anything interesting here. This one is interesting, the lighten. The screen as well is interesting. Color dodge, well, linear dodge is nice, but it's too much. Linear color, not bad. This one is pretty dramatic, you know, like this one is really dramatic. I guess I'm going with the light, I guess. This one, and just put it a little bit lower. So we smooth everything. That is like kind of the glossy effect that they use on Instagram. You see? And give that kind of feel or glow entire picture. It's a really nice effect. Now with this one, again, Control Shift Alt E. Wait. Yes, I want this field. Yeah. Wait, my computer is dying. No. Okay. Again, let me come back here. Control Shift Alt E, and now Control Shift A to have the camera raw filter. And with that one, now we start to edit the picture. Now we edit this thing. I want a little bit more of contrast, maybe a bit more of yellow tint. I don't know if greenish could be. I like it, but not for this one. Maybe a little bit of this one. The highlights, this one, maybe a little bit. Shadows, well, not too much. Whites, maybe. Blacks, not too much. Clarity, well, it's up to you if you want to have like this kind of super neat effect, like DSLR, let's call it. You can put the clarity all the way up. Maybe I'm going to put it somewhere here. With the curves I like to play a lot, because here you can play with a lot of things. Like for example this one, mute the dark or the blacks or the shadows, you see, I can mute it. So we don't have any kind of detail if I don't want on the shadows. Now let's play with the blacks and reds, with the blues and reds, sorry. Something like this. This one maybe a little bit more to the green, otherwise it's gonna be too pink. And this one between the blue and the yellow. So this area is yellowish and this area is bluish. You see? And this one is, what I like to do is to put 4 dots like here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and play with this one. And the color I like to play as well with 3 to 4 colors, dots, sorry. And it's really up to you. Like you can go really crazy, you know, like you can go here if you like this tone, if you like this one, or if you want like something more like this, you know, like this, or more like this as well. It's really up to you. It's really up to you. That's why I suggest you to just play around with the curves with any kind of picture, because you're gonna have totally different results of what you're thinking. Here with colors, let's see if we change anything. I like the pink, so let's put it pink. Yep. Maybe a little bit darker. The orange. Something like that, it doesn't bother me, this area here. The yellowish, this one doesn't change nothing. Green, we don't have green. Bluish, we don't have that kind of blue. We have a little bit down here that it gives a little bit of tone to that purple. We can leave it a little bit. Yep, not too much. It's barely you can see it. Here you can see the clouds, but I'm not going to play too much with this one because I actually like the color of this. Maybe the saturation a little bit lower, just a little bit darker as well, maybe a little bit. And this one is the top area. Maybe this one a little bit desaturated or saturated instead, a little bit more of highlight. Desaturated a little bit. Yeah. I give a little bit more of life color to the background, you know, like that kind of bluish kind of. And now for the last one, well, maybe we can put a vignette. Small vignette, a small one. And in calibration here everything can change, everything. So this that you see can be totally different. I'm going a little bit more for the orange in this case. And here you see, here blue completely, here pinkish. So I guess I'm going for the pinkish tones here. And here I love this kind of things. I love this freaking calibration thing. You see how it changed the purple here area to more bluish, but it doesn't affect this pink area here, these purple areas here. So oh my god, it is so good. Done. Actually, I really like it. I really like it. You see, before camera raw, after camera raw. This is why I say this is editing. Now is editing. This is the composition where you put the clouds and the whales and the lights and blah blah blah. That is the composition, and you fix the lights on the stuff. That is the composition still. This is the editing. This is the editing. I want to put like kind of particles on the light here, you know. So I'm not gonna print this one yet. Let's come here to effects. Let's come back here. No, not this one. Maybe this one. Oh, this one is better. The only thing is I just need to make it black and white. The saturation goes down. This one is here. No screen. And I guess we have it, you know. We're going to make a copy of this, move it a little bit here. No, I'm just going to leave it here on the light. Here down, masking layer. Just going to paint the ones that I don't want. A little bit here on the top. And that's it. And I guess we are done. No, bueno, bien, sí, todo neón, sí, se ve un poquito neón. I guess we are done. I guess I'm going to sign this up. And I want to make this kind of things, you know, but I'm still struggling how to find an easier way to make a pixel art on Photoshop. It's not that easy, man. I'm trying, believe me. And if I have the idea and if I can do something, I can do a Photoshop tutorial on how to do pixel art with Photoshop on my poor, easy, really not instructive way of teaching. Okay, so this one, just put it down. It doesn't bother anyone. Actually, no, I want it to feel. Oh. Okay, so let's recap from the original to what we have done. So the original is this picture. It was this picture, and what we did, it was basically this. Okay, let me put all of this down. Let's turn all of this down. Okay, so we put the wheel, as I said. Now we just play a little bit with the exposure, the brightness, to make it a little bit more here. Then with the color balance, we make it a little bit more pinkish. And that's it, I guess, for this one. We didn't do anything else. With the tail, is the same. We just make a shadow for this tail here. And then we put the wheel here. And this one we didn't really make like any change. We put the sun. We make a sun here, like just 3 brushes. Did 3 different type of brushes of color, of brightness here on all of this area here. And then we make the highlights first for these two. Get the strong highlights from this one. This one, it was a maybe, it could be, you know, but in the end we decided to leave the sun. We make the sun flares of sunlight or some things with a brush. We just type sunlight brush Photoshop and that's it. And same with this one with the flare. Then we make like dodge and burn with the gray layer. Nothing special here, you see. Just make darker the shadows and brighter the areas where it's a little bit brighter, like this one. And here as well, where the wheel touch the cloud. Then we make a copy of this. We make another copy of this, sorry. And we just make a lighter, this one. And use the fill to make like this kind of glossy effect, you see. And then we make a camera raw filter and we have this with the camera raw filter. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking with me.